guess what we're going to be looking at today? System.io, guys. I am excited to share with you in this video. If you're here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. You can see my excitement because I love Wednesdays. It's about sharing the tools that help me with my affiliate marketing journey. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to hop onto my computer, talk about a little bit more about System.io and specifically about newsletters. So stay tuned. I have some interesting things to share with you. All right, guys, here I am on my screen. Welcome back to the channel. If you're here for another time, repeatedly coming back, I've seen multiple subscribers coming back, so I'm happy to see you guys here. Hit that subscribe button if you want. 3 videos a week, one about cash flow, the second about the tools that I use, and the last about the strategy with affiliate marketing. I'm excited to share with you in this video about newsletters with System.io. So I've done some videos in the past about newsletters, but I wanted to get into kind of the difference between using a template, not using a template, what makes most sense to do in specifically in my journey as an affiliate marketer. I'm not going to talk about, other people building websites, because obviously there's space for everything that the tool shares, and you just need to adapt it according to your needs. So I hope this is educational first and foremost. I use System.io as my main functional marketing tool that does everything from hosts my websites to manages my courses to does my automation in place. And what I'm going to be sharing with you today in this template versus the pros and cons of the templates and stuff like that, you can do it with an absolutely free account. Now, I will say that in order for you to optimize your account the best, having a paid plan does make most sense. Like personally, I am right now on a startup plan. I pay monthly. If you're interested in a startup plan, the monthly plan or the annual plan, what I'll do is I'll link the annual plan because you save 30% on it. I'll link the annual plan in the description of this video for any of these, right? So an annual plan will cost you $228 to get started. Otherwise, it'll cost you $27 per month. I'm on the monthly one. It's really up to you. Just click on the link, get started, either monthly, annual if you want. But the reason why I'm saying that it helps to get started with a startup simply because of the automations itself. I'm not going to talk about the contacts. I'm not going to talk about the emails because all of that can be done with, the free. But the thing that made the most difference for me is the segmentation of my list with my email marketing. And that happens only with the paid plan, because within the automation itself and the workflows itself and the tags here, you can see there's only one automation, one workflow, one tag that you can have, and one email campaign that you have. So just these related to these 4 things, having a paid plan does make sense. Why? Because you can have 10 automations, you can have 5 workflows, you can have 10 tags, and you can have 10 email campaigns. So that means you can expand your business much more. You cannot spam the people who are interested in your offer, services, whatever you have to offer. Even as a newsletter, you're not spamming everybody. People are getting access to it. And then let's say they finish a campaign of your primary product and you just want to give them news. Great, that's perfect. You can do that with a workflow in place, with an automation in place, but you need to have the paid plan. So I'm just saying that openly. As I said, what I'm going to share with you in today's video, at least a comparison, newsletter can be sent absolutely on the free plan. So it's really up to you. You can make that decision. You want to go free, you want to go paid, it's really up to you. And I personally love System.io, so I'm going to be talking about it all the time on this channel. So make sure that you fall in love with the tool as well if I'm going to be talking about it. Now let's get into it. Let's go. When you join System.io, guys, you basically get access to all the tools right here, and we can go to emails and then click on newsletter. So the 3 main functionalities for the email marketing or the email side of the tool with System.io. You can have a lot of automations in place, but as I mentioned, emails, you have 3. One is campaigns, the second is newsletters, and the third is obviously the statistics of that email. And that's an interesting part with System.io. It doesn't ban you any such thing. You can always connect your System.io funnel builder to an outside email source using Zapier or whatever other tools out there. For example, there's a consideration that you can make. Should you be using something like Aweber, or should you be using something like Flowdesk, for example, which is paying once and you have unlimited emails that you can have. You can connect Flowdesk, for example, to System.io. You can connect Aweber to System.io. You can connect, so these are options that are available through a third-party source called Zapier. You basically have a Zap between them, and that's how you connect the two. But I'm not going to get into those technical details. The point over here is that statistics on the page, if you don't want to spend that money, if you're not that there, there yet with those kind of tools, that's absolutely fine. You can use System.io itself. Now that's what I personally use. And in the statistics, you have different pools, different sections. They're giving you everything related to your emails, and you can always contact the support to make sure that you're improving your email marketing strategy. Thing is, when we get started, guys, many times we are going to be spamming people. What do I mean by that? As individuals, we think of email marketing as promotion. See, one of the top skill sets with affiliate marketing is copywriting, and the other one is advertising. But with copywriting, it is literally focused on conversions. And myself included, when I got started, and even now, I have to check myself on, is this too promotional? Am I really sharing my story? Do I have these elements in place for my copy or not? Because when you think of it promotional, you want somebody to buy. That means you pitch, pitch, pitch. It's like a, we're so used to receiving it from outside that when we start to do it, guys, when we start to, write the emails ourselves, it's a switch in our brain that just goes on to promotional style, but that's spamming people, right? So we want to build and nurture a relationship with our list in order for us to then get the best conversions. And that's personally what I do. And I have to remind myself many times. So it's okay if you guys make mistakes. I'm just saying this openly because I want you guys to feel and understand the value of what I'm sharing using this tool. You're not going to be perfect. I'm just accept it. Okay, this is the mindset behind it. Just accept. But with newsletters, let me go and show you in my newsletters itself. I basically do two strategies. Okay. I have a weekly newsletter strategy, which is basically, first and foremost, before I go to the newsletters, I've also got different tags. So I have 3 tags in place, guys. This is just to give you guys an understanding. And that's why I said with these 3 tags in place, which in my opinion is the basic way of doing it, you need a paid plan. Okay. You need a paid plan. One is a broadcast, what I call a broadcast list. The second is a buyer's list. And the third is my course list. The reason behind this is that if somebody gets into my email list through my course, maybe they haven't purchased the course yet. So they'll stay on that tag and that list. A tag is basically a list. Okay. They'll stay on that until they make a purchase to get my course. Once they get a purchase to my course, they basically go to a new tag, which is buyers AME, which is my tag for my buyers. Once they finish these 2 campaigns, and simultaneously I have 2 campaigns running, and so you go from one to the other if you join, basically. Once you finish these campaigns, you then go to the broadcast list. So now every week, and I send a broadcast email once a week. So I send a broadcast email once a week, unless, like last week, I had a promotion to go and do. So in that promotion, I want to show you guys that there are 2 types of emails that I send. Now in both the broadcast, so yesterday, for example, at the time when I'm shooting this video, you can see I did a broadcast email and I got 18% open rate, no clicks. That's absolutely fine. It's a newsletter, so people are opening, reading. Maybe they don't want to check out the videos. That's absolutely fine. The important thing is that they're getting the information and they're opening the emails, because I like to give this information to everybody. Okay. And then you have right here, which is the important one. Okay, so these are promotional emails. These ones right here are promotional emails. So I had 4 promotional emails go out last week, and I basically send it to only a part of my list. Remember, I have a whole chunk of people, but I'm sending it to only 500 people. So now I'm targeting who I want to send this promotion to. Okay, so the promotion is not going to everybody. It's going to specific audience that have already built a relationship with me, that already trust me, that want to open my emails, that are clicking on my emails, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's just to show you. Now, when you go to the newsletters, you can create unlimited newsletters. To be honest, I have multiple that I started. You can see right here, right from the get-go, just to get an understanding. And basically what I do right now is every Sunday I send out an email to my list and I give them an update. And what I've done, just to help you understand, what I've done is, one is a newsletter. So I made it kind of a form of a newsletter, and the other one is just broadcast email. So I'm just going to open one of these just to give you guys an understanding. And then I'm going to open a newsletter so that you see the last newsletter that I sent. Okay. How do you create a newsletter? Specifically, even though I did a training about this, I'm just going to show you. You go right here, you click on create. You basically need to put your subject, you need to put your sender's name, and then either you have 2 templates available at the moment for newsletters. One is this one right here, and the other one is this one right here. You can select which template you want, and then you can go ahead and view it and see it, whether it makes sense or not for you. Now, let's get into showing you and giving you guys some understanding. This is the classic editor. Okay, the classic editor, when you're creating a newsletter, is you come right here and you can use, which I would suggest, to be honest, is the most useful, especially when you're broadcasting to your list. Have a purpose, right? So when I'm broadcasting and doing a promotion, I send these kind of emails out to everybody. Okay, I send these kind of emails out. Why? Because it's plain and simple. It's not in anything newsletter related. It is me talking about a specific offer, and I want you guys to see that specific offer. So I'm gonna be as specific, as simple, as clear as possible. So that's why I did it this way. Otherwise, you can choose from one of the templates. And one of the templates that I use personally is this one right here. You basically put your subject, then you put a preview, which I suggest always to do, and then you have your newsletter here. You get it in such a way that when you click on this, you'll be able to edit. Now, I wanted to show you right here, the editor basically goes to the similar editor as you have in System.io for any of the tools that you're using. So it's less features at the moment for templates. Less features are available, but they are still available. So you have image, text, button, you can add a horizontal line, you can add sections, start to edit it. And then if you want to look at it from a mobile perspective, you can check it out from a mobile perspective as well. Okay, so I personally, this is the length of your newsletter is really up to you, whether you want to have it in one section or not. I have a long form newsletter, to be honest, because I include my entire week's information. So I give basically some tips. I welcome the new people, sometimes two, sometimes three, it really depends. I share my latest videos to them. So most probably if you're watching this video, you've come from my email list. Remember, there's always a cycle that I follow, and this is how I'm promoting, not bombarding my list, not, giving them random things. I'm not selling anything right now. You can see from this entire thing, it's just value. This weekly newsletter that they're getting is me talking, me building that relationship with them. Then I have the marketing resources. This is something that if they want to purchase, they can purchase. And then if they want to get the course, they can get the course. That's it. Nothing is an obligation right here. This is the one format of the newsletter. Now, the pros and cons of this newsletter template is that there's limited options available. So you can, things that you can do is change your fonts, maybe stuff like that, but not too much of newsletter capabilities that it has in System.io. It is not an email tool, so it should not have the best available facilities, but it still has a professional setup. You can still get good options out of the newsletter itself. And as I said, if you're not happy with this, then go to this format and keep it simple, because the classic editor is always a place to go. If you want to add attachments, if you want to add value, if you want to do some automations here, you can do that as well. Simple. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. So just to give you a little bit of a summary, what do I use? What kind of newsletters do I send out if I'm doing a promotion or I'm doing a campaign or something like that? Then I use this simple classic editor. Otherwise, I'll use a newsletter template like this. Once you're done, you just basically exit from here, and then you can schedule the same thing as you would do. I try to brand things according to my color, edit things according to how I've done it, have different sections. It's just in a way to bring value. Then really up to you how you structure your newsletter or not. And if you want, you can switch to the classic editor at any point of time in your journey. So that's about it. Hope this tool makes sense. Newsletters are a fundamental aspect, and if you're just getting started, why not try them out? Because you get a lot of feedback by doing it. And maybe this kind of a newsletter is not good for my audience, but you know what's going to tell me about that? Well, my statistics. And right now, my statistics are telling me that about 20% of my audience likes the fact that opens my newsletters, and I'm trying to bring that a higher up also, right? So I've got 23% here. I'm sending it once a week. So yeah, sending it once a week makes a huge difference with newsletters. So that's it from my side. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself with this video and got value from this video. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, and keep paving the way for your dreams to come true.